Now let's take a look at how to add in your interior walls. So we're in the level one view, and I'm going to go click on my wall. And now for interior walls, we are going to choose these interior 3 1/8 inch partition. This has a metal stud, so we're going to use this one. You can see you always need to check your base and top constraints. It set it to unconnected 8 feet. I don't want that. I want this one to go up to the roof level so that it can connect all the way up to that roof, not up to the parapet. Otherwise, it's going to be extending beyond my roof. So we're going to do all of our interior walls first. It's drawing it based off the center line of the wall. And you can check it's set to 12 feet, which is my roof level. So wherever you have designed in for your walls, if you have offices and whatnot, I'm going to hit the escape key so I can draw another set of walls. So draw in your walls wherever you believe that they need to be. The reason that we're not putting in the flooring and the foundation walls yet is you may decide that you need to adjust some of your exterior walls. And if you have your foundation walls and your flooring and roofing, you're going to have to adjust all of those as well. So we want to get the interior walls in there first. Obviously, you go into 3D view, you're going to see you have grass on the floor. We will deal with that later on. Let's just try to get our interior walls in, then you can move on to your doors. We have, again, 36-inch is the extra wide door for handicapped access. So those are pretty good options for you. You have an 80 or an 84-inch door. You can choose on that one as you desire. And for exterior glass, if you want to put in large glass walls, we're going to go to architecture. I'm going to choose wall. And for this one, since most of us have this storefront, I'm going to choose the storefront option. And right now it's set to go up to parapet. That's going to be too much. So I'm actually going to make this one an unconnected. I don't want it to start right at the ground. I'm going to have my glass start 1 foot from the ground, and I'm going to have it be 7 feet. So it's going to go from 8 foot up on the window because 1 plus 7 is 8. So it's going to be 8 foot tall glass, but starting at 1 feet down. So it's actually only 7 feet tall here. So if I want to make a storefront opening, make sure that you draw this in the center of the wall. So I'm going to go about 2 feet from my corner, and I'm going to draw it all the way down to here. This is pretty extreme, but just to give you an idea, you see the double arrows are on the outside edge. And now let me show you in 3D what that looks like. And that's how you can get your really nice glass storefront. So you can do it in sections or you can do it in one large chunk. Remember, if you want to put doors in there, you should probably apply your doors and then make your windows kind of go and match it. So that is the large storefront windows. This is what's most common seen in commercial buildings. If you want to go over and add just individual windows, remember these are going to be very small. If I just plop this thing in there, it is going to look a little awkward and out of place. But you might have something like that for an office. However, typically you do see these larger windows. You can adjust the sizes of these very easily. Base constraint, if I want to start it at 3 feet, then I click here and I make that a 3. And if I only want it to be a 4 foot total amount of glass, then I can do, it starts at 3 feet and it goes up 4 feet from there. You can see it's a lot more squat. So you can kind of play around with those to best fit the needs of your design. So you can see I placed in a few interior walls and doors. I'm assuming this is like my restroom area, maybe the kitchen area, kind of a little private area in here for dining. And I'm making sort of like a restaurant here. I do want to show you how you can put in some nice commercial doors. So if I go up to door and I'm going to hit load family, then in the door family, you're going to see a bunch of them here, but there's also these commercial. So I'm going to open up commercial and I'm going to put in for myself, I'm going to do these double 2 light so I can have a little bit of glass in there. So I'm going to open that one. It gives you some options as well. So we're going to go a 6 foot width. That is 2 3 foot doors. That's pretty good size. And it gives you an option to make them a little bit larger if you want to make it a little bit more prominent. So I'm going to choose the 610. We'll use that one. And I gave myself a space right here for these doors. Now I have to go over here and select it. So this 82-inch is the 610. And I want my doors to have to open in. So I'm going to place that there. And now let's take a look at that in 3D view. And you can see nothing. Where is it? Let me click up here to 3D, and there you can see my basic rough layout of my design here. I have my front doors, I have some windows here. Again, we're going to work on the flooring in a little bit, but we want to make sure that you have your layout set as you want it before we do some of those things. So now you can put in all of your walls, doors, maybe storefront windows, a front door. You also are going to need an exterior door for a second egress. I don't have mine in here, so make sure you have a place for that. Probably put mine out the back of the kitchen, something like that. So make sure you have a second set of doors somewhere in here, and go ahead and work on that now.